Hello, buddy. It's that college football guy here. Another video. Yeah, it's time for another one of the schedule previews. We got 3 left to go, so we're gonna crank them all out today and get them done this weekend. Now we're talking about one of the last 2 teams in the Sun Belt. We're gonna do. We're talking about Old Dominion, who did not have a good year in 2022. I mean, they went 3-9. Do they have a chance to possibly improve on that? Well, we'll let you decide that in the comments later on, but. For all these scheduled previews, they're not predictions or scheduled previews, and we're going to go through here and compare the non-conference games from last season and this season, decide which one's tougher, and then compare the entire schedules from last season and this season, and decide which one's tougher. So, first thing off, the non-conference games from last year. Home against Virginia Tech, at East Carolina, at Virginia, and home against Liberty. 2 Power 5s, 2 Group of 5s. 1 Power 5 on the road, 1 Group of 5 on the road. All right. This season's schedule for non-conference. At Virginia Tech, home against Louisiana, home against Wake Forest. Excuse me, I screwed up on that one. My apologies. At Virginia Tech, home against Wake Forest, home against Texas A&M Commerce, at Liberty. 2 Power 5, 1 Group of 5, 1 FCS. One of the 2 Power 5s on the road. The Group of 5 is on the road. Last season was tougher because there was no FCS teams involved by default. 2 Power 5s, 2 Group of 5s is tougher than 2 Power 5s, 1 Group of 5, 1 FCS. That just goes with it. So I got to say last season's non-conference schedule was tougher. Now, as for the entire schedule, let's go through the entire schedule from last season. Start off the season and home opener against Virginia Tech and won 20-17. You beat an ACC team first out the jump. Wow. Then they go on the road. East Carolina might have been a little bit of a hangover. They lost 39-21. Then stayed on the road at Virginia and lost 16-14. Home against Arkansas State to start conference play, won 29-26. Then they stayed at home against Liberty, lost 38-24. Then they had the bye week. So they had 5 games before the bye, 7 after. Coming out of the bye at Coastal Carolina, which is a good placement of a bye as a tough opponent, and they won 49-21. If we've done the math, that's their 3 wins. Yeah, they went on a 6-game losing streak. Home against Georgia Southern, lose 28-23. At Georgia State, lose 31-17. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Sun Belt, who the winning teams are, listen to this murderer's row over the Sun Belt for the last 4 games. Home against Marshall, lost 12-0. Home against James Madison, lost 37-3. At Appalachian State, lost 27-14. At South Alabama, lost 27-20. The 4 winningest programs in the Sun Belt are 4 of the 5. Actually, you faced all 5 of them. And 4 of them were all the last 4 games of the year. Yikes. Tough way to go for them, but now look at their schedule for this season. They're at Virginia Tech. Conference play opens up home against Louisiana in week 2. Home against Wake Forest. Home against Texas A&M Commerce. At Marshall, and then at Southern Miss. Then the bye. So last season was 5 in front of the bye and 7 after. This season is 6 in front of the bye, 6 after, which is going to help a little bit with scheduling. And they come out of the bye at home against Appalachian State, at James Madison, home against Coastal Carolina, at Liberty, at Georgia Southern, and finish the season at home against Georgia State. So which season is tougher? Let's see. The way I judge these is always the road games. Last season's road games at East Carolina, at Virginia, at Coastal Carolina, at Georgia State, at Appalachian State, at South Alabama. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3 bowl teams. Virginia Tech and Virginia didn't get to a bowl game. It was not because of wins and losses, but it was because they just didn't, because of the tragedy that happened. Both of them canceled the rest of the season. And East Carolina, who did go bowling. So they have East Carolina, Coastal Carolina, and Appalachian State, South Alabama. So they had 4 bowl teams they played. This season, at Virginia Tech, no in there. At Marshall, yes. At Southern Miss, yes. At James Madison, wins qualified, but not enough. At Liberty, at Georgia Southern. I got to say last season was tougher. So I'm saying, and you can argue with me in the comments, I'm saying that the non-conference games and the entire schedule last season was tougher than this season. But why don't you let me know your thoughts on all of this down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done already, please smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. My scheduling 3 questions. 1, non-conference games from last season and this season. Which one's tougher? 2, schedule last season or this season? Which one's tougher? Question 3. They went 3-9 last year. Now their schedule for this year, repeat it again. At Virginia Tech, home against Louisiana, home against Wake Forest. Let me stop right there. Hear what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you anything, but can they win 4 games this year? That's the question. So let me repeat the schedule. Do you see 4 wins in here or more? At Virginia Tech, home against Louisiana, home against Wake Forest, home against Texas A&M Commerce, at Marshall, at Southern Miss, home against Appalachian State, at James Madison, home against Coastal Carolina, at Liberty, at Georgia Southern, home against Georgia State. You heard that schedule. Their wins last year came against Virginia Tech, Arkansas State, and Coastal Carolina. They play Virginia Tech again. The first game Virginia Tech's going to be playing after the tragedy. And they play Coastal Carolina again. This time at home. Texas A&M Commerce, maybe. I don't know. But you let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Just past 450 subscribers, all the way to 500, on the crawl to 1,000. I'll be happy to say congratulations at one point. And they say, we're 1,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 2K. Let's see if we can get there. I'd like to be able to start doing that, but we got a ways to go and some work to get there. So we're on this journey together, aren't we? So thanks, everybody, for watching the video. We got another. As soon as this one gets out, I'm uploading another one. We're going to crank these 3 out because I got more stuff to do today. And then Sunday's going to be a travel day. I'm heading, they already told me where I'm going. I'm going to Clayton, North Carolina. Got to be there in the morning, Monday morning, to deliver. So I know where I'm going and when I'm leaving the house to get there, which is unfortunately going to be early in the morning because I have to be in North Carolina by a certain time to make it into the secure lot. So the way it goes. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. Have a great day, and please, be good to each other. Be good. Can't even talk because I'm so happy to get going. Please be good to each other.